Showery Predispositions, weekend cooling trend. Much of the movie Twister was filmed in Iowa, because Oklahoma was in a drought, and wilted, brown didn't look so great on film. When you think tornadoes you think southern plains, for good reason. That's ground zero. But Minnesota sees its fair share of spin-ups, an average of 36 tornadoes every year. 25 years ago today a total of 27 tornadoes touched down on Minnesota, including the F5 monster that slammed Chandler, the last F5 to hit the state. 7 years ago tomorrow a swarm of 48 tornadoes strafed Minnesota, 3 of them violent F4. That was the year Wadena was hit. We've been lucky in recent years, but as we all know, at some point your luck runs out. It pays to stay a little paranoid, and never let your guard down. Dynamics required for severe, damaging, storms should remain south of Minnesota. But cool air aloft keeps showers and T-showers in the forecast later today and Saturday. By Sunday a stiff northwest wind confines temperatures to the 60s. We warm up next week but models show the core of blast furnace heat staying to our south into July, with frequent bursts of fresh air here at home. Unless you live in the southwestern USA, where the forecast calls for a free sauna with potentially dangerous levels of heat into next week. Rain tapers across the Pacific Northwest, but heavy shower and storms linger across New England and the mid-Atlantic today. Strong to severe storms flare up Saturday across the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes as cooler air drains out of Canada. Cool correction coming. Today and much of Saturday will still feel like June, but you may notice a faint whiff of October in the air Sunday and Monday as temperatures hold in the 50s and 60s. Sweet relief, while much of America fries. ECM forecast for the Twin Cities, Weather Bell. Heat wave builds. Looking out 2 weeks the 500 MB pattern suggests a lengthy, potentially severe heat wave taking hold for much of the USA with 90s. Even 100s from the southwest into the southern plains. The only relief will come from the Pacific Northwest and northern tier states into New England, where Canadian air will take the edge off the worst of the heat with occasional cool frontal passages. Warmer than average July for most of USA? Here is the latest prediction from NOAA CPC. The Climate Prediction Center, calling for a very warm July, with the possible exception of the Pacific Northwest. An opportunity for storm-resistant infrastructure. A recent fusillade of storms, hail and high water was a vivid reminder that we need to keep the lights on, no matter what Mother Nature throws at us. Every threat is an opportunity for disruption and reinvention. As we talk about infrastructure, why wouldn't we try to make everything we do more storm resilient, flood-proof and drought-tolerant? I'm still waiting for 3M, or grad students in a garage, to invent and market hail-proof film I can stick on my car. Hail-resistant shingles? Basements that don't flood? Road surfaces, pipes and culverts that can better handle 21st century downpours? Crops less susceptible to drought and standing water? Someone is going to invent this stuff. It should be cooked up right here at home. 8 tips for shooting an award-winning tornado photo. National Geographic photographer Jim Reed has some good advice at Petapixel. I've been photographing extreme weather for 25 years. Storm chasing and extreme weather photography, as discussed in this article, can be very dangerous. Any person should approach these activities with caution and appropriate supervision and training. Earth is not in the midst of a 6th mass extinction? A matter of debate and perspective. Here's an excerpt from The Atlantic, so things don't look so good. No matter where we look. Yes, the victims in the animal world include scary apex predators that pose obvious threats to humans, like lions, whose numbers have dropped from 1 million at the time of Jesus to 450,000 in the 1940s to 20s, today, a decline of 98%. but also included have been unexpected victims. Like butterflies and moths, which have declined in abundance by 35% since the 1970s. Like all extinction events, so far this one has been phased and complex, spanning tens of thousands of years and starting when our kind left Africa. Other mass extinctions buried deep in Earth's history have similarly played out over tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of years.